language is helpful if you have it, right? Especially an alphabetical system. And so if any of this were authentic, and if you have this language, well, there would be examples of it. It wouldn't just be surviving in one manuscript, right? And people can say, oh, well, it was destroyed, or everything you think you know is a corruption of their language. But the reality is that's not how this works, right? You will find something. And if you just look at even the status quo, the earliest Finnic, right? Because we've gone back and forth with like, does this come from the north? Do these people come from the north? And people have asked me about the Sami languages and all that stuff. But the reality is the earliest inscription you have of Finnish wasn't found until 1957, of course, by the Soviets. And it's like a form of Cyrillic, which comes from Greek. I mean, I've never studied Cyrillic a day in my life, and I can look at the letters, and there'll be like subtle changes. Like if you look at the Phoenician, there's like a modern version where it's kind of like that, but then you'll see this like other one that's used in Cyrillic. That's like a Coptic version, but it's an M in Phoenician, but in the Greek and Coptic, it's going to look like an S, or it's going to function as an S. And so you see all this stuff. The reason the alphabets are significant, and the reason why I focused on them, is because it is literally the fingerprints. And so if you're investigating a crime scene, or you want to know what's going on, your ability to decide to figure out which letters were used by which people at which times, if you can date it, then you can get a good estimation of the age that art event took place, or that article was written, whatever, that stone was inscribed. But when you look into this, you will see that it's using a much younger system. And so that's why I don't think the value is talking about it as historical. I think the value is just looking at it as for the work of art that it is,